Dear Rishaba, how many times have you been told to be patient in the past? The astrological predictions always had something good for other Rashis, but not so much for you. Not in 2025. Rishaba, this year is your year. Yes, there are many good things in store.
The year 2025 presents a unique astrological dilemma. You have an unsteady Mars going back and forth until April. Saturn transit happens in end March. Guru does a double transit, with the first one happening in mid-May. Rahu-Kethu transit happens in end of May. And then Saturn turns retrograde from July until end of November. Guru's second transit will be from the mid of October until the 5th of December. No matter what Rashi you are, there is no use in looking at the transit of just one planet. You must try to get a grasp of the net effect of all the mentioned transit. My predictions will touch mainly on Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu and Kethu.
Perhaps the most important thing going on for Rishabam is the Guru transit in your own Rashi. There must have been a major upheaval at the home front as well. Many of you would have completed or acquired a formal skills recognition. Saturn, while transiting your 10th house Kumbha, would have demanded a lot from you at your workplace, but also gave you the opportunity to apply your skills and credentials you acquired in his 9th transit. But he should be in the final phases of tidying up your 10th house before entering Meena, which is your 11th house. This will happen on the 29th of March 2025. You would have been promoted to a good position, a position which you earned through sheer dedication, discipline, and hard work. Saturn's 10th transit would have blurred the lines between work and home. After all, Rishabha is synonymous with hard work. Aren't you always the last one to leave your place of work? Your own Rashi Lord Venus is getting exalted in Meena from the 28th of January. Guru concludes retrograde motion on February 4th and then transits your second house Mithuna from the middle of May 2025. A few days afterwards, on May 20th, Rahu will leave Meenam to enter your 10th house Kumbha. Kethu will enter your 4th house Simha. Interestingly, Jupiter will spend only 5 months in Mithuna before entering your 3rd house Karka in mid-October. Guru will be there until the 5th of December. Among all these placements, Saturn's entry into your 11th house and then Guru's entry into your 2nd house are the most important moves for you this year. 2025 will be an extraordinary year. How many times you have been told in the past to be patient? They always had something good to say about other Rashis, but not so much about Rishabha. Not in 2025. Rishabha, this year is your year. There are many good things in store. The magnitude of the benefits depend on your current Mahadasha and Bhukti. It also depends on how much sincere efforts you have put in to yourself over the years. If you are currently going through Saturn Mahadasha, you will derive more benefits through the Saturn's transit. If you are going through the Guru Mahadasha, Guru's transit will affect you the most. And finally, if you are young and going through the Rahu Mahadasha, the benefits may be somewhat muted, but definitely in your favor. The 11th house is an Upachaya Sthana and is particularly beneficial when grahas like Saturn and Rahu transit them. Rahu is already in your 11th house. You would have experienced a series of lucky events, and some of it may have far exceeded your own expectations. Now we are going to switch Rahu with Saturn. Rahu is erratic and full of ups and downs. Saturn is slow but steady. You would have noticed a large circle of friends who have entered or re entered your life in the last 1 year. Now, Saturn is going to cut away the unnecessary ones and let you select a few good friends who will be there to support you during your upcoming Saturn return, which is due to commence in 2028. Not only that, Saturn helped cleanse your 10th house while he was there. He will now let you use your job to bring in your wealth through discipline and hard work. To those of you who had been complaining that no one is taking notice of your work at the office, now is the time for you to shine. Build a solid network, strategize, and build your wealth. From the 11th house, he's looking at your own Rashi, but know what? Saturn loves RISHABA. He's your yoga karaga. He will give you the right attitude and an industrious mentality. If you doubt any of this is going to be true, wait until Saturn goes retrograde between the mid of July to late November. Unless you are running a retrograde Mahadasha or Bhukti, this is the period you are going to lose the steady hand of Saturn. And it makes you realize how much he has been doing for you in the background. But even then, look at your luck. Guru is entering your second house in mid-May and will remain there until at least mid-October and goes out for a short while to Karka only to return back by the 5th of December. So whatever ill effect or confusion you may be facing during the Saturn retrograde will be cushioned by a favorable Guru in the second. And in case you don't know, Guru is the ruler of your 11th and he is the one hosting Saturn, creating a favorable, solid connection in between the second as well as the 11th houses. If everything is expected to go well, what is the catch? Pay attention to Kethu. Where's Kethu right now? He's in your 5th house, but currently under the favorable 5th aspect from Guru. Some of you may have attained extraordinary success in higher studies, but alongside there was love failure, sorrow through children, or failed attempt to have a child. With Kethu leaving your 5th house, fortunately your luck with love and children is going to improve. Some of you may look forward to increase the size of your family. If you are going for IVF or fertility treatment without success, try again after May 2025. Kethu is all about attainment of higher philosophy of life through loss or detachment. And what is in store with this next journey into your 4th house Leo ruled by the Sun? You will be separated from your comforts, your mother, home, homeland. This can be in either positive or negative way depending on your Mahadasha and Bhukti. Some of you may need to downgrade your home and comforts, while some of you end up moving into the most beautiful home ever, or you have the opportunity to own a luxurious car. It may initially start with a problem in your existing car or home that you live in. You will be initially reluctant to let go some of your possessions. Over time, Kethu will make you realize and understand why you need to let go. Pay attention to your mother's health. If she is elderly, be prepared for the worst. I'm sorry, I can't sugarcoat this for you. If you're in a bad relationship with your mother or maternal relations, just learn to make peace, forgive, and move on. Please be careful while dealing with the government and take care of your chest, lungs, and heart. Pray to Lord Ganesha. Be kind to animals. When you see a mother in distress, go out of your way and offer help wholeheartedly. The more you seek inner peace and accept the will of God through the 4th house, the more benefit you will derive through Rahu in Karmasthana. Because remember, by the end of May, Rahu, the magician, is also entering your 10th house or Karmasthana. Though generally a good placement for Rahu, Rahu is also a troublemaker and his power can be quite erratic. If you have had a bad Saturn placement in your birth chart, the last 2.5 years would have been quite bad. With Saturn's departure from the 10th house, you may now enjoy a more peaceful environment at the workplace. If you are young and obviously stuck in the wrong place, earning a minimum salary, do consider making a move, especially between the end of March to mid-July. To those with a good placement of Saturn in the birth chart, do remember that Saturn just spent 2.5 years in your Karmasthana. You know how much effort you put in to get there, and by now you should have reached a comfortable position at your workplace. Now Rahu enters the Karmasthana. What does he do? He entices you with all sorts of ideas. Rahu in the 10th is very good for career progress, but Rahu can also disrupt your work environment. Stay away from office politics. If you achieve something by illegal means or through shortcuts, Ketu will be ready to punish you through the 4th house. Whatever that you gain illegally through the 10th will be lost through the 4th. Rahu will show you all the shortcuts. He will entice you to switch jobs, go against your superiors. Do you really need to do it? Are you ready to face the consequences? What will happen to your family? What is more important? Short-term glory, promotion, or long-term career pathway leading to a much larger position? Choices, consequences, choices, consequences. You make the choices, you face the consequences. Rahu is there just to entice, just to confuse, and urge you to do something. The actions come from you. The moment you take an action, you have to bear the consequences. The icing on the cake for 2025 is perhaps Guru's entry into your 2nd house, Mithuna. This will happen by the mid of May. This is a very lucky combination. Between mid-May to the end of May especially, you have exalted Rashi Lord in the 11th. Your Yoga Karaga Saturn is in the 11th. Rahu is in the 11th. And now Guru is entering your 2nd house to boost your finances. What else do you need? What else? Sudden luck, promotion. If supported by the right Mahadasha and Bhukti, you are going to be left dumbstruck. It will be a windfall which you never saw coming. The whole magnitude of it. Prepare yourself for this golden opportunity. Manage the inflow of money carefully, as in 2028, I've already told you, your Saturn return is going to start. Solidify your finances now. Guru's entry into your 2nd house will bring moments of celebration in your home. Family members will increase either by marriage or childbirth. This will bring you immense satisfaction. Apart from that, your speech will turn factual, meaningful, just, and fair. Others will stop what they are doing and listen when you speak. Even your enemies will agree with you. There will be freedom from ailments and diseases, unless you can control what you eat and avoid exercise. I'm not asking you to wait for Guru and delay treatment for an existing ailment. The smarter thing to do is to pursue medical treatment and let Guru play his magic once he enters your 2nd house. From the favorable 2nd house, Guru will also look at his own house Dhanush, which is your 8th house, and Kumbha, which is your 10th house. You will be able to settle bad loans, reclaim your damaged reputation. If you are applying for a new loan to expand your business, That too will come through smoothly and the terms and conditions will be favorable to you. Meanwhile, Guru's aspect on Kumbha will smoothen Rahu's influence in a very positive way, so your job will remain secure. Guru's temporary but powerful transit into Cancer happens between mid-October to early December. You may be presented with an opportunity to start a business or further your skills. Be mindful of the temporary nature of this situation. Guru will offer a quick preview of what's in store for you in the second half of 2026. He then quickly goes into retrogression, making you think that your fortunes are over. But it isn't true because your period of good fortune will recommence by the end of 2025. Guru will move into Cancer once again firmly only by June 2026. In summary, 2025 presents you a wonderful opportunity to rebuild yourself professionally and financially. You need to use this opportunity to build a steady foundation that will help you navigate your Saturn return, which is due to begin in 2028. There will be plenty of blissful moments surrounded by high quality acquaintance, abundant luck, and handsome earnings. Invest smartly, take care of your health to harness the best of 2025 and beyond.